Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 111 of our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play. And we are still on this level known as the hatchery.
Yes, it's been a very difficult one.
Yes, I know we've been here for a little while, but I think we should figure it out soon.
Right.
We're edging ever closer to the end of this game.
Yes.
A long journey indeed.
It has been a very long journey.
And eventually other games may surpass it, but for now this is our longest Let's Play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got stuck
That
again.
was a bad start, but that's okay. We'll get it.
Yeah.
We know what we have to do, it's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah. Because that's the biggest thing that's been struggling with this level, specifically, is the fact that it's dark and you have to be very specific as to where you're going.
I left the monitor on for you. Just
Thank
in
you. I
case.
appreciate that.
It's okay.
This one. That it is.
So you will have to glance occasionally at the TV to make sure your timing is right. But other than that,
Right. That is true.
it does not help that we have limited air.
That's right.
Something happened.
I turned off one of the force fields, but
Well, that's something.
yeah, I need to turn the right force field off. That's what I decided to do.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
That we do.
So yeah, it is a brand new month. At least at the time that this is uploaded. And we're again very happy that you're joining us.
Yes.
And we hope you will continue to support us. As
Yes.
we move forward. Okay. I was just checking something really quick.
Good. So, everything all together?
Yes.
Good.
Yep. Audio's recording.
It's not fair that the
Seems
primary...
like once you hit that force field, you can't get out.
Yeah. And it does weaken Echo's control, like he's slower and lethargic.
Right.
So that doesn't help either. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, can we not have the characters anymore?
Yeah.
As amusing as it was to magically go out of bounds last time.
That was shocking.
It didn't really help any.
No, it did not.
It would be cool if it was a glitch that we could exploit and actually go further, but...
Yeah. Like it was one of those glitches that got us to the next level.
Yeah, you just glitch into the next level. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Sadly, no luck. I know some videos I was watching online were kind of making fun of the speedrunners, how, like, they'll do ridiculous things, like they will have the character jump so that they move faster, because, like, jumping saves a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So, but they were making fun of how ridiculous it looks to, like, have the character jump consistently. Yeah. Constantly.
Yes.
You get ready.
I do get what you mean.
I like speedrunners that don't hack, that
Same.
actually use actually exploit the game itself without being like clearly having a ROM and cheating. To me, frankly, it's cheating to have a mod or like modify a ROM. So I don't enjoy those speedruns because I'm like, any record you get through that, I don't think you deserve. By the way, this is my personal opinion. I'm sure not everybody feels that way.
Right.
I just feel like it's the equivalent of cheating in a sport. You know, that's how I feel.
That's okay.
If you actually utilize glitches in the game, collision or whatever in the game.
Yeah.
I find those much more interesting. Because you have to be more creative, too. I mean, if you're like a master coder and you know how video games work, you could just code it to do whatever you want. And that's not exciting.
Yeah, that's true.
You could just go in the game file and be like, I always win.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? But you wouldn't really get much of a challenge or a game. You'd just be watching a story and mildly interacting with it.
So I heard, and this is very relevant to us because we have been struggling with this. I have heard that for people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories via the ROM, have downloaded and utilized a very popular mod that allows you to, every time you win, get 5 cards. And I'm like, gee, isn't that nice?
Yep. That was bad. I just got picked up by the machine.
Yeah, I'm like...
Fed.
I'm like, well, that didn't help us progress any.
No, it did not.
But at least you guys got to see something a little bit different.
It did. Sorry, I'm having to glance over.
Oh, I know, and I'm just turning away so you're not directly speaking into my ear.
Right, and I don't think you wanted that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, hopefully we get this eventually.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, I don't want to spend too many more
I don't want that either.
full 30-minute parts on this.
Yeah.
Especially because we're so close. We're so close, and it's such a random and tedious part.
Yeah.
Just so
I'm a little afraid of the other parts of this leg of the journey.
But at least the other parts might be, like, actually doing something exciting and not as disturbing.
Yes. With the implications here being that they're raising the aliens.
Yeah, and really, I think the more disturbing part is these are eggs that are basically ready to hatch.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like it would be a little bit different if they weren't quite ready to hatch. No, you're fine. So you do know what you need to do, you're just having trouble doing it.
Yes, that is the problem. Because I did review the video, studied, and yeah, there's a certain wall. Because they mentioned you have to shoot a sonar at a wall. There's a certain wall, and we're able to do it once,
right,
which will turn the force field on this thing off. And
you get booped too much and you run out of air too quickly.
Yeah, and the one air pocket here is surrounded by a force field.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can get air and health, but at your own risk. And it also doesn't help to run into these.
Yeah.
You see how lethargic he is. I'm not screwing around with the game.
No, not at all.
Yeah. One shark, one.
Yeah.
No air and a lot of force. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I know.
I guess you can turn the brightness up.
Okay.
Give us just a minute.
Yep.
If I need to look away, I will. If it's too bright for me, I'll just look away.
Yep. You can shut your eyes, my man. Okay. Not that.
Just temporarily. Hopefully by the next part we can put it back to normal. So give us just a moment. You can't see it on here, thankfully. It's only on the TV, but we are attempting to turn up the brightness on the television.
Yep. So turn her up to about 86, 88. Should do the trick.
Alright. Yeah, it looks brighter than on the capture card, so it'll probably help you.
Right.
Which is good, because then maybe I can look away from the monitor.
Yep.
Alright. Okay.
Thanks.
And you can look forward and not have a delayed thing.
Right. Much better.
That's much better. Yeah, you'll definitely be able to do that.
Yeah. So I think this. Yeah, because I can clearly see the sharks.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, we've been playing around in the dark.
Pretty much.
But so hopefully now that it's much lighter, we will get much easier.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eyes closed, so I'm going completely off of verbal cues in terms of how we're doing. So if I don't react appropriately, it's because my eyes are closed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, air is a precious resource.
Yes, and
So, not to worry. But
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you, buddy. I'm hopeful this time too.
And just occasionally glancing at it.
Yep.
We have about half of the episode left. A little over half. We can do it, Echo.
Yep.
I believe in you. Give us good vibes in the comments.
Yes. By all means, give us good
vibes from the future. Because we We need it.
We do need it.
We need it desperately.
You do need it desperately.
Definitely with this game.
Yep. Defender of the Future is not a walk in the park, I'm afraid.
No. It's not a game for beginners, that's for sure. It's not like the first Ecco the Dolphin game was either.
No, but I gotta hand it to you because you gave me the encouragement to keep going forward with that game, and we're better off for it.
We are, I agree.
Yeah.
I really admire people who sat down and did it in one sitting. Which obviously couldn't have been done the first time. But thinking, there must have been some people who just did it from start to finish without putting in a password.
Yeah.
And that is quite a feat.
It's very, very impressive feat.
So we applaud.
Yep.
I know there's no game over, so it's like if you have the time and the patience, you could technically do it, but
right.
Having the time in this day and age is...
Yes, it is difficult. It's not like back in the day when we could spend an entire summer.
Right. Exactly. We are adults. We have adult lives with adult things to attend to.
Yep.
Thankfully, neither of us have children, so
right.
We don't have that added responsibility.
Yeah, that is a responsibility. I'm not sure personally that I
Yeah.
want to tackle that.
Mainly for me because of physical limitations.
It's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah.
Having a child.
We admire you parents out there doing the parenting things.
Yeah.
But we just don't particularly feel like we did. We're good, playing games from our childhood instead.
Yeah.
And watching shows from our childhood.
That is true. We have been watching.
Yes, we have been watching quite a few.
Yep. We just finished Road Rovers.
Yes. We definitely miss SWAT Cats.
We did Jake and Chance.
Yes, because even though it was longer than Road Rovers, it was still too short. Road Rovers I still like, but I admit it definitely had much more of a childish vibe at the end of the day. And some plot holes that could have used fixing.
The stakes were not really that high.
No, not really. SWAT Cats was much more dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, there were times when you're like, how are they going to get out of this? With Road Rovers, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
they win.
Hunter and his friends pretty much get out all the time.
Yeah.
There isn't any serious trouble and no one's really...
Yeah, even with the second to last episode where the stakes were a little bit higher, you're like, yeah they'll be fine.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I opened my eyes just to check the time. Are we making progress?
Yes, well.
Were.
Yeah.
Oh well. The fact that you did it means you could probably do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. and we just started watching Hey Arnold.
That's true.
And it probably isn't like in our top 10 really.
Yeah, I gave it a chance. I liked it at first, but then it got odd.
But we both felt like maybe if we watch it from beginning to end, we'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Because really, I only saw a small handful, and it was hard for me to keep up with it. So even though it's, episodic like most cartoons, there are I figured there's still some underlying things that, do contribute to it, overarching character development and story. So I thought, hey, maybe if we see the whole thing, we'll appreciate it more, because it was definitely very popular. So.
Oh yeah, it was.
So we'd like to kind of understand more where that part's coming from.
We understand that it has a huge amount of love, and we're happy that it does.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Oh yeah, but there were some things that we had to play the show to scratch our heads, like.
Yeah, some cartoon-isms that were strange, yes. But, I think what I'm the most interested in seeing is that it did seem like its approach to certain issues that I guess at that time would be considered a little bit more adult were handled well, I had heard from fans, and from a few that I saw, I would agree, but I think I was too young at the time to fully appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things, so I'm interested in watching now as an adult, especially because I'm one of those very character-centered fans.
Right.
Where I really care about psychology, in terms of like the inner psyche of the characters, how they interact with each other, and when things are handled well, I always want to see that, because I've seen very egregious misrepresentation of mental health issues, family dynamics. Like, you can tell for the really sensitive stuff, like, I assume I can say this word, like, abuse.
Yeah.
I probably just can't say specific types. You can tell when somebody has either experienced it or knows someone who's experienced it and is writing, real, authentic, versus they've just read about abuse and they're just doing an abuse plot. You can definitely tell. Because yes, you can mess that up, and it's a very sensitive thing to mess up, so...
Yes.
And yeah, I don't need to tell you that we have lots of egregious examples of many neurodivergent people being misrepresented in media. So yeah, to see a show that, would do it right, or at least better than the others at that time, will be very interesting.
Oh yeah.
To say the least. And, to see, especially back in the 90s, it was censorship. We're very much...
Censorship was very...
Yeah, they were very much against kids learning about darker topics. So it was much harder for the shows to do that. I feel like that's not as big of a deal now, at least overall, whereas back in the 90s they had to be very creative.
They were.
So the shows that handle it well and manage to get in the messages always fascinate me. I mean,
me too.
Yeah, a big one was Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Especially coming back to some of those episodes as an adult and being like, realizing, oh yeah, this is really
yeah, the implications.
Yeah, so...
And that's another reason why I was cool with doing this with Hey Arnold, was with you by my side, it would be easier to figure things out.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm really hoping we can make this.
Yeah, I'm frustrated.
But yeah, and I think we have different backgrounds. So,
yes, we do.
We may be able to offer insights that the other didn't have.
Yes. Which I definitely helped me a lot with that.
Yeah. And I mean, already some of the early episodes are one at least was kind of like, oh gosh, this writing.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the trope that some Western cartoons have, where like the main character accidentally causes harm to another character.
The one with
I hate that.
The one with Eugene.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, Hey Arnold did this too. A big one is SpongeBob. SpongeBob really leaned into that, and what was another one? There's another show that did that. I don't remember. But as somebody who, did not have the best luck in school, especially when interacting with other people, those episodes are way too painful for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I do feel like that writing is a bit insensitive. It's kind of mean-spirited humor.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that mean-spiritedness.
And I don't think they're intending it that way, but it's kind of like, I feel like the people who have written that have never been that kid that gets all the bad luck.
Yeah.
So they don't realize how horrible it actually is.
It is. I don't really know if the philosophy of I'm doing it this way so you don't feel bad about yourself is all that it's cracked up to be.
I mean, yeah. I admire how optimistic he was despite...
Yeah, and even despite all that, he still looked up to Arnold.
Yeah. So, I mean, that part was kind of touching, but it's also true, because when everything's, like, going horribly, pretty much all you have is that, like, little bit of hope, like, oh, it could be better, or that, like, I'm at least not going to make it horrible for other people. I've literally been in that situation a lot in schools. So.
Indeed. I would at least think his parents would have sued for that mistake when the number got screwed up.
Oh, yeah, not to mention the medical malpractice at the end.
Yeah.
And we joked about that, and I said, made some kind of joke like, it's okay.
Yeah, the hospital got refunded. You know how much expensive everything is in New York? Presuming that it's...
My parents sued, so we're rich now. It's okay.
Yeah. Poor kid.
Yeah, because they gave him a medically unnecessary surgery.
Yeah. It was rough. Yeah. And I know at the time...
That is why hospitals have insurance.
Correct.
Malpractice insurance, sorry. Words! Oh no, we're basically I am so sorry, guys, that we have yet another part that we have not figured this out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do with the Echo.
So we're probably going to have to end here.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll figure it out for next time.
We should. In fact, it kind of...
Alright guys, well, I guess we'll stop here.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.